It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Now a first down throw, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Read option, here's Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. Well, now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Throwing his Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Rager. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3-4 quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Jalen Rager doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Complete to Darnell Mooney. It's a gain of 20. First down Bears.
21-3 is your score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Bears. Byron Pringle, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10.
21, Bears 10. Santos to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I...
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their team.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 14 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-17.
Vikings 21, Bears 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little bit better that way.
And for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They run again on first down. Cook
knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down.
Greg Joseph on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On second and a couple.
Fields looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Second and 5 now. Fields. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
And the Bears first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got some space here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First down, here's the run with Cook. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season, as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings send out their punter, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Pettis on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of
3. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance him downfield.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
It's second down.
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
It's now 4th down.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
But that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Joseph's got it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one seeming to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. They were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you got to go and set yourself